long, long time ago, there was a poor widow who had one son. Hour after hour, day after day, she sat and making fine lace. The lace, you know, everybody knows what's that? The lace. And each market day, her son, he took him to the Turkish bazaar and sold with a few Turkish lira. And with this liras, he bought bread, cheese, olives, some food, something like that. One day, he was unable to sell his mother's lace, and he was so upset. He sat down, and he said, "Off, what shall I do now? I couldn't sell my mother's lace. What should I do? Off." And suddenly, the off genie, his name is off genie. Does everybody know what's that genie?
Yes, magic person.
Exactly, yeah. The genie was very huge. One lip in the air, one lip is touching the ground.
Oh my
Boy,
gosh.
he started shaking. And the genie ordered, "Ask what you wish, and it will grant it." The boy, he couldn't even answer. He only said, "I only wish your good health, sir." That's all. The off genie, he asked again, "Ask what you wish, and it will grant it." The boy, he found the courage to speak this time, and he said, "I couldn't sell my mother's lace today, and we have nothing at home to eat, and she will be angry." The genie said, "Here, take this." The boy looked at the pumpkin, and he said, we have neither charcoal to cook it, and we have no sugar to sweeten it." The genie said, you don't need a sugar or charcoal for this pumpkin because it is magic. You only need to say, "Open tiny little pumpkin and close little tiny pumpkin." That's all. And suddenly he disappeared. The genie, he disappeared. The boy, he picked the pumpkin up and he ran home. His mother was waiting for him. And she saw him with the pumpkin. She was almost crying. She said, "What I'm gonna do with this pumpkin? We have nothing at home." The boy was relaxed and he put the pumpkin on the table and he ordered, "Open tiny little pumpkin, and a sort of good foods came from pumpkin." And they were so happy. A lot of foods, meat, rice, bread, cheese, everything. And they sat down and they start to eat. They filled till their stomach were filled. This time, but they didn't figure it out. They didn't see their the greedy neighbor. His name is Mehmet. He was watching when they were eating the foods, and he saw the magic pumpkin. Then he decided to steal it. The boy, before they went to sleep, he put the pumpkin in front of the window. So the greedy Mehmet, he stole it. And that night, all night long, he tried to open it. "Open pumpkin, open pumpkin." But it will not open. He knocked to the floor He knocked the pumpkin, the chair, everything. He tried everything, but the pumpkin still would not open. Then Mehmet, he decided to sell it. Next day, he went straight to the grocer, and he said, "Look what I have. I have something. You will want to buy it." The grocer saw the pumpkin, and he said, "A pumpkin? What am I gonna do with this pumpkin? What should I do?" He said, "Oh, this is no ordinary pumpkin. If you know how to open it," I couldn't. "If you know how to open it, it will feed you all your life." And the grocer asked, "How do you open it?" He said, "I wish I knew. If I know how to open it, I will keep myself." And he asked the grocer, "How much is it? How much are you asking for?" He said, "Just 3 gold liras." And the grocer said, 3 gold liras for this pumpkin, and you cannot even say how to open it. Get along with your pumpkin. Get along. And the Mehmet started to think, so what should I do? What's next? He decided to go to butcher. And he tried to sell the wonderful pumpkin. He said, "If you know how to open it, it will feed you forever, all your life," but he couldn't sell it. Then he decided to go next the judge's house. And he said to him, "You know good case, you know better good case than," I couldn't say. That's all right. He said, I forgot. Then he said, "How much money you're asking for this?" He said, "Just 3 gold liras." The judge knew how Mehmet, how is he greedy. He said, "I only will give you just only 1 gold lira." And Mehmet, he accepted the money and just he left. The judge took the pumpkin to his wife, and, "Here, my dear, there's a wonderful pumpkin for dinner." She took it, and a few minutes later she came back. She said she was angry. She said, "How am I gonna do with this pumpkin if I cannot open with knife, if I cannot break with an axe? How am I gonna cook this?" And judge screamed, "Mehmet!" And the judge, he threw the pumpkin away. After all, meanwhile, the boy and his mother had looked in vain all day for the pumpkin, but they couldn't find it. Finally, the boy passed the judge's house on his way, and he saw the pumpkin on a heap of rubbish. Just looked, he was excited, and he said, "Could it be my pumpkin?" And he tried to figure it out. And he said, "Open tiny little pumpkin," and the fruits came from pumpkin, the good fruits. And he said, "Shut tiny little pumpkin," and the fruits disappeared. He picked the pumpkin up, and he ran to the house. As soon as he was inside, this time, he just wanted to make sure, close the door, covered the windows, and he called his mother. Mom, come here. Let's eat all these good foods. You know, his mom was very happy because they tried to find and they couldn't. And then, from that time on, the boy, he kept the pumpkin safely hidden, and they lived comfortably.
Awesome.
Forever, yeah.